everyone. I'm Darren Schneibel. Can you hear me okay, Mary?
We
I
can.
can hear you great.
Perfect. All right. I'll start with just a brief bio. I was born and raised in Fargo, North Dakota, which is about 3.5 hours west of the school. I joined the Navy out of high school, served for 7 years, and I returned to Fargo and attended North Dakota State University, where I got my BFA. And right after graduating, I came to MCAD. And this is some of the work I did at my undergrad school, NDSU. I was making shaped canvas paintings and I was doing printmaking. My work there was pretty diverse. So if you're wondering if if your portfolio is kind of all over the place, don't be nervous about applying. I learned about MCAD because a fellow student of mine at NDSU who graduated a year before me went there, and I was able to visit the school, see the facilities, and meet some of the students there. And through doing that, I was able to understand that I could see myself at the school and that they had everything that I wasn't getting at NDSU, and that I had what it took to go to grad school. And then Ellen, the MFA director, visited NDSU and did a presentation about the program. And that's what made me understand better sort of the curriculum and more of the fine details about what MCAD offers. And from that, I applied to the school. This is my class. There are only 8 of us. And also one of the faculty members, Frenchie. I have a small class, but one of the sort of um, non-advertised things about MCAD is how diverse the community is here. I have peers from China, Mexico. So I've learned a lot, not only about fine art, but about sort of international culture. And one thing in particular, frankly, is I've learned a lot about my privilege of being a straight white American male. And that's been eye-opening, and I'm really grateful for that. Every September, there's the MFA Fall Show, which sort of introduces the new students to the MCAD MFA family, and it's kind of the first student show of the year, and it's really kicks off the year in a great way. This is a photo of my studio, from my first year at MCAD. The MFA building is really great. It's only for MFA students, so it's got this great balance of being quiet where you can really focus and not be too distracted, but also there's always people there working, motivating each other, and you're able to sort of bounce ideas off of your peers, and as well as just get your nose down into your work. That is my mentor, Kelly O'Brien. There's dozens of professional artists and educators and curators in the Twin Cities area for you to select a mentor from. And my mentor teaches at a school about 45 minutes away. So it's a great way to get eyes on your work outside of the institution, and really help you push yourself in a strong direction that sort of thinking about, always thinking about what you're doing outside of the school, and what you're going to be doing after you graduate. If you're looking to expand your technical skills, you can audit any undergrad class, almost any undergrad class at the school, and a lot of times the professors are really happy to have a grad student in their class. I audited a lithography course. This is a stone lithography print. It's a great way to expand your skills. You don't have to not worry about grades. You don't have to attend every single class. You can just focus on maybe a particular demo that you're interested in. It's also a great way to get some more critiques of your work in and meet and mingle with the undergrad community. This was my first project at MCAD. I used the laser cutter to cut out this very precise shape, and then also create the tool that I use to create the texture that allows these multiple colors to be going on. The facilities at MCAD are amazing. They have the absolute newest technologies. There are full-time staff members who know everything about how to work the machines, will be able to help you visualize or achieve whatever you want to make. And they can also give you advice on materials and where to get things in the local area. I don't have any pictures of it, but another great part about the program is the graduate assistantships. You can you'll have a sort of job at the school while you're attending, and can be in a lot of different areas, and you kind of get to pick where you want to work. I work at the print shop, which has given me teaching opportunities. I've met a lot of practicing artists that use that studio and who are former students, and it's a great way to build your CV as well as make some money while you're going to school without having to travel really far. You just can do everything right at the school. I then made this project using a 3 laser scanner, which is a something you can check out here at the school and use, and a CNC machine. So I scanned different textures and surfaces, and then cut those out of foam using the CNC. And MCAD also has computer labs with all the software you need to process whatever digital works you're working on. There's several galleries at MCAD in the building for exhibition opportunities. There's a gallery 148, which you can apply to use and have like a month-long show. There's a lot of great work there, but the undergrads tend to not really be as motivated to use the spaces there. There's gallery space in the library as well. So if you're motivated, you can definitely have 1, 2, maybe even 3 shows a year at the school. And those are kind of solo shows, or you could do a group show. My class did a group show of all of us last spring. It was really great. There's also a little gallery space outside of the print shop called the Suitcase Gallery, which is really unique. It has this little display case for showing 3-dimensional work there. This is another project of mine, sort of narrowing my focus and finding what I'm going to do my thesis project on. So the gallery space is at the MFA building. There's the gallery space right next to the all the studios. So the gallery and the studios are on the same building, which makes it really convenient for installing your work, viewing your peers' work, and not having to worry about logistics so much. And you can just put your stuff up for a week or maybe leave it there for a little bit longer. There's a lot of project spaces and different opportunities and venues for showing your work. There's spaces for just showing video, um, as well as these big windows that bring in a lot of natural light, which creates a lot of unique opportunities. At night, all the windows become these mirrors, and you can really see your work in a lot of different light and situations. This is from the fall show this year, which we did outside, which was really fun. Showing outside was a new thing for me, but it worked very well for my work. And the fall show is really an incredible opportunity to meet with former students, professional artists in the area, and they're all really welcoming and happy to talk to you about, like, oh, you should talk to this person. I can see your work being in their gallery space, connecting you with the opportunities and the folks in the area who can take your career to the next level. And that's a little view out the window of my current studio at the MFA building. And I'd be happy to take any questions.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions, you can go ahead and type them in the chat box, or you can also come off mute and ask questions as well. That was a great presentation, Darren. I really liked it a lot. Make sure to share that with Ellen because it's really, you did a great job.
Will do. Thank you.
So Douglas has a question. Are MFA students assigned a personal studio space?
Yes, they are. Yeah, as I understand it, actually they're doing a kind of alternating. Darren, you'd probably know even better than me, but even in the context of the pandemic where folks are on site, they're able to use their personal studio, and there's kind of days where you can be in and still be distanced. So alternating days, and then you can always speak with your neighbors if your schedule has to change. So yes, MFA students are assigned a personal studio, and even in the context of COVID, it continues to be a useful resource.
Mm-hmm. And Anthony has a question for Darren specifically. Has COVID-19 negatively impacted your work and ability to use the school to its fullest?
I don't want to really think about it negatively impacting my work. To be honest, that's true, but I'm trying to stay positive and continue moving forward in a positive way. It has decreased the sort of the opportunity to use the facilities to their fullest. As Genevieve mentioned, we're on a sort of every other day schedule at the MFA studios to make sure everybody is staying safe, which I appreciate, the school taking it seriously, but at the same time, it cuts my studio days in half. So there's not really a whole lot we can do about that right now, but it is frustrating. And there are a lot of access changes at the main building, at the facilities, that have also affected me. Using the 3D production equipment, the laser cutter, and the CNC machine has changed. Students aren't able to operate those machines themselves as they were previously. So it's just pretty much giving your materials and files to the staff there, and then they use those machines to make your work, which is fine. They are professional artists and they know what they're doing, but it kind of is a hands-off aspect that's a bit frustrating. So I am adjusting my practice to the access changes, and hopefully we're back to normal next semester.
Thanks, Darren. Any other questions for Darren?